there everyone, Happy New Year. Welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to have Mr. Burundi, Rob, here with me today. So a few years ago when I very first started this channel, the very first video was a husband tag, and you guys hear me talk about Rob all the time, so I thought it would be a good idea to go ahead and do another tag, and this time with new questions. So did you look at these beforehand?
I looked at them very quickly, and then I immediately forgot about it.
So neither one of us are wearing our glasses because of the glare, so if we screw this up, it'll be okay. So I'm gonna ask the question and then you answer and then I'll answer for me, okay? So what is my weirdest habit?
Your weirdest habit?
Yeah.
I don't know that any of your habits are what I'd call weird.
No?
Unless you have an answer to that, because I really don't.
I don't have one for me, but I think picking your feet is kind of a weird habit.
Well, that isn't something I make a habit of. I do it every once in a while, though.
Right, but it's still kind of weird.
So.
I don't know. Do I do anything weird that's a habit? I mean, I used to bite my fingernails, but I don't do
right,
that
but you don't
anymore.
do that anymore, so.
So I don't know. What am I good at?
You're good at being creative.
Oh, thank you.
Well, what else are you good at? You're good at officiating in issues between people.
You mean I'm really good at dealing with drama?
Well,
was that a good way of saying if
you can handle it much better than I ever would? So
yeah,
my tendency is just to say, not my problem, so I don't worry about it.
Well, I think you're good at your job. You're really good at proofreading and finding mistakes and stuff like that. And you're also good at taking care of the house, Roxy and me. So yeah. What am I just okay at?
Obviously, I didn't look at these questions very carefully. What are you just okay at?
Yeah, what am I just okay at?
I don't know. I mean...
Probably being a good wife. I'm just okay at that, right? What am I really bad at?
You're really bad at? I don't think you're really bad at anything. I can't come up with anything.
I'm really bad at knowing song lyrics.
Well, but then at the same time you create new ones.
I do, and that's why, because I'm really bad at knowing song lyrics. What are you bad at? You're bad at cooking.
I am bad at cooking. I'm bad at being patient, I guess, sometimes.
Okay, what drink do I always order when we're out?
You mean either Diet Pepsi or Coke Zero or something along those lines? Mm-hmm.
Diet Pepsi, Coke Zero, or unsweet tea.
Unsweet tea, right.
And you always get whatever's diet.
Right.
Even when it's Diet RC, and that's disgusting. If I was collecting something, what would it be? Don't say makeup.
Makeup.
No, don't say makeup.
Too late. That seems to be what you're collecting, so.
Well, just for now. I used to collect Barbies. I used to collect Avon perfume bottles. But I don't really collect anything with you because you don't like tchotchkes and stuff. I think if you collected things, you would probably collect fish.
When it gets to that point, when I decide to set up an aquarium again, when I'm in the mood to do that. But yeah, I've never been much of a collector of anything. I collected baseball cards for a couple of years when I was a kid, but not to the point where I spent a lot of time on it.
I'm ordering pizza. What toppings does it have on it?
Well, if we get it from two guys from Italy, it's always the same. It's always meatballs, sausage, and pepperoni. However, when you get it from Pizza Hut or Domino's or one of those in inferior places, you usually get olives or other things that I won't eat, so.
Correct. When I was growing up, we had a pizzeria in our hometown, and I would get beef, sausage, mushrooms, extra onions, extra cheese. But if I order from Pizza Hut, I normally get like, he calls them pellets, but it's sausage and beef.
That's disgusting.
Or I'll get olives with no sauce. And when I make a fathead pizza at home, it's almost always been Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Right, which is good.
If I could, what candy could I eat all day?
Well, I know you love we just had this discussion about the nougats, the Christmas nougats.
I am the only person apparently that likes Christmas nougats. The cinnamon ones are amazing.
What else? What other candy do you eat? The gummy worms and the gummy octopi and anything that's sour.
And gummy.
And gummy, yeah.
I love gummies.
I'm trying to think of what else.
Yours would probably be nonpareils. Would you eat that?
That's not my favorite.
What's your favorite candy? How have we been married 9 years on the 31st and I don't know your favorite candy?
Well,
probably because we don't eat very much candy.
I try not to eat very much of it, and I also try to keep it out of the house because then I'll just eat it. It's probably, I mean, I like just about anything with chocolate.
Oh, Ferrero Rocher.
Ferrero Rocher is pretty good, yeah.
Yeah. You could eat a lot of or the Lindor truffles.
I can and have eaten a lot of Ferrero Rochers, yeah.
And those Lindt.
Yeah, those are pretty good.
Truffles, good. If I could live anywhere in the world, where would I live?
You've always mentioned wanting to visit Italy. I don't know if that means you want to live there, but the islands in the Atlantic.
I want to live on the ocean.
Right.
I want to live where there's water.
Right.
You would live here.
Yeah.
This is where you would want to live, in this house.
This is where we live.
This is where we live. What am I deathly afraid of?
I don't think you're deathly afraid of anything except I don't know if it's not spiders as far as I know, or, I mean, I've never seen you get...
Heights.
Yeah, but I don't even know that you're deathly afraid of those.
Oh, no, I am deathly afraid of heights.
I guess we stay away from them. So
I mean, you know how much it scares me just to stand on that little step stool.
Okay.
It's not from falling, it's because I feel like I'm 9,000 feet in the air. What are you deathly afraid of? Nothing? Oh, and tornadoes.
Yeah. I'm not deathly afraid of anything. I'm not crazy about heights, but only in the sense that it's not, I mean, I can get up on a ladder without any trouble, so I guess I'm not really afraid of heights. Spiders and snakes and things like that. I'm bigger.
Yeah, I don't like snakes either.
I'm bigger than they are for the most part, so as long as I stay away from them, we're good.
Snakes were a bigger issue for me when I lived in the country, and snakes were everywhere, but it's not so bad here.
Right.
Complete this sentence. My wife is...
Fantastic.
My husband is amazing. Where was our first trip together?
Where was our first trip together? I mean, do you consider the big trip that we took around the eastern part of the U.S.? Or
I would consider that our first real trip because, I mean, we had gone back to Tulsa, but I had already lived in Tulsa.
Right.
So that's not like, I don't consider that a trip.
Right.
So
that's got to be it, and that was 6.5 years ago.
Or maybe Talahina. That might have been our first trip together. Although it was just going to the doctor.
Right. I don't know if that counts.
Which of my hobbies do you find the least interesting?
Probably makeup. It seems to be becoming a hobby, and I find it uninteresting.
Do you like it when it's on my face?
Yeah, I like it when it's on your face. It makes you feel better.
You don't have any hobbies.
Not now.
I mean, watching TV.
Taking care of the house, I guess, is a hobby.
I find your watching of all the sports not interesting. That's not true. There are some sports that I enjoy watching, but when you watch some obscure sport I've never heard of before in my life, then I'm just like, nah, I could do without.
Fair enough.
What do we usually argue about?
Not that we argue that much, but I would assume it involves
Miscommunication.
yeah, lack of communication.
Sometimes you'll say something that'll hurt my feelings, or sometimes I'll say something that'll hurt your feelings, and then we kind of argue about it. But we always make up and move on and past it. So, how long do I need in the morning to get ready?
We have a director here.
Yeah. If you hear Roxy scratching or whining or jingling, she's right here watching us. So.
It originally didn't take you that long to get ready in the morning. Now it does take you somewhat longer since you do spend more time with makeup.
Yeah, I mean, when I was working and I wasn't wearing makeup, I could get up, get a shower, and be out of the house in 15 minutes.
Right.
Since I've had the myasthenia, I still take really short showers, but now that I do makeup, it takes me probably about 45 minutes to an hour to put makeup on. But I don't wear makeup every day.
Right.
And for you, it takes you, what, 15, 20 minutes to get ready, but you get up 2 hours before you have to leave the house.
Right.
And that's probably the biggest difference between us, because I am asleep to the very last second type of person, and you are, you don't snooze.
I still don't know where the snooze button on my alarm clock is, and I have no interest in finding it out. Most of the time I wake up, even when I wake up at 5, sometimes I get up before the alarm goes off.
Yeah, he's always been like that, and I was always the type of person who set an alarm for every 15 minutes for an hour, sometimes 2 hours. So, yeah. Am I a morning or an evening person?
You're more of an evening person, so.
Yeah, I can be a morning person if I need to be, but I feel better in the evenings. And I think you're more of a morning person, for sure. Yeah. If you could change anything about me, what would it be?
I mean, I wish we didn't, and that you didn't have to deal with the health issues. That's easily the biggest thing.
Yeah.
But there's not much we can do about that, so.
Right.
Except to take care of it.
Just keep on trucking. What would I change about you? Probably. The only thing I would ever change about you is how hard you get on yourself when something's not going right. I mean, it's not like you take it personally, but you feel like it's your fault, and sometimes it's just not. It's just circumstances.
Right.
So, what's my favorite type of junk food?
Oh, chips and queso.
Chips and queso, but that can be a meal for me too. So
it's still junk food, though.
It is still junk food. And yours is probably potato sticks or pretzels or...
No, I would say it can be. I mean, unfortunately...
I mean, pizza, but...
But yeah, that's right. Things like, it's more stuff that's sweet. Like,
ice cream for sure.
Ice cream, yeah, that's the biggest issue.
That's the biggest issue.
That's the biggest issue.
And I'm at the zoo. Where would I spend my day? Which animal would be my favorite?
I don't really know.
Probably the giraffes. I want a giraffe.
Right.
They're so pretty.
But you can't have one. Right.
Why you always gotta tell me that? What would be yours? Where would you be the most?
At the zoo?
Mm-hmm.
I like to watch the birds. I also like any of the cats, any of the felines.
I like the penguins. Oh, otters. I love watching the otters. They're probably, I love otters. They're so cute. Is that all?
Yeah, I think so.
What's my favorite city?
Your favorite city?
You probably don't know because it's changed since we've been together.
Right. I have no idea.
Bar Harbor, Maine.
Oh, okay. Well, that's not really a city, but...
Bar Harbor is a city?
No, it's not a city.
What is it, a town?
Yeah, it's really kind of a town. Everything in Maine is a town except for two. I mean, and Augusta is the capital.
Well,
hardly a city.
wherever we went and saw the ocean, we were just able to sit there. That was just
that was Acadia National Park.
Yeah, and Old
awesome.
Orchard Beach was nice too. Where's your favorite city? It's not Boston.
No, it's, well.
I mean, mine's not. I loved Boston, but the last time I went to Boston, it was scary. Getting out of Boston was scary.
I don't know that I have a favorite city because I don't really care for them all that much.
I do love Dallas.
Sure.
It has its good points.
Right, but I go to work there every day, but I don't spend a whole lot of time there. And that's true of the same, growing up outside of Boston, we didn't go there that frequently. There aren't a lot of cities that I care about. I'm more of a suburbs, sort of country, out in the country person. I'm not a city person.
Am I a mountain or beach person?
I'm more of a beach person than a mountain person.
And you're more of a mountain person, you think, or a beach person?
Probably equally both.
I don't do well on the mountain. I get altitude sickness really easily. What have I ever practiced an instrument? Which one?
Well, you played the clarinet.
I did. You never did. You played the recorder, right?
No.
You didn't play the recorder? I thought everybody played the recorder in fourth grade.
No.
What did you play?
No. I took piano lessons for a couple of years.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't
We had an
know that.
organ. We had an electric organ for a couple of years, and then Dad decided he didn't want to continue paying for lessons, and therefore I didn't get any better at it, and that was the end of it. Other than that, I haven't.
Huh, I didn't even know that. What was
How about that, huh?
What was my first job? I think we had the same first job.
Well, I was a paper boy.
Oh, no.
Technically, that's not.
What was your
That was
first
one
job
day a
that
week
took
that took that I got a
taxes?
paycheck, and
Mine was Burger King
right.
for 2 weeks.
I'm trying to think what my first. Oh, I don't think we've ever discussed this. The summer between my junior and senior year, my mother, through a family connection, got one of my sisters and me a job at what was called the Youth Conservation Corps. And it was an 8-week program that we did projects in a forest area that had trails and stuff like that. And we did trail maintenance and sign repair, and we built it's on the Appalachian Trail, so we built a shelter for hikers.
Oh,
So, yeah, I guess we never talked about that.
There's lots of things I've learned today.
That was my first job that actually, from which I got a paycheck.
What's the one thing I love doing but most people don't? I think for you is mowing the yard. You enjoy mowing the yard.
Yeah, it looks better when I'm done. It's mindless.
I'm going to Starbucks. What will I order?
A Trenta iced coffee, no classic, heavy cream instead of milk, and 4 Splendas.
And you get some cream-based Frappuccino. You've been on a serious strawberry kick lately.
Right.
What did you learn from me?
What did I learn from you?
Or what have you learned from me?
I wish I were better at dealing with people, and I can sort of pick up on that a little bit from you, but again, that's more that you're just better at it than I am, and will always be better at it. So.
What did I learn from you? Spelling. What were you going to say?
No. I was about to say probably nothing, but...
No, I mean, I started picking, now it's more conscious in my mind, and I notice misspellings or something like that. I'm not a better speller, and I'm still like, is this a word? Like, you've strengthened my vocabulary, because sometimes I'll say something, you're like, that's not a word.
I've got a good one.
Oh.
That I taught you. You put your keys in the same spot all the time.
I do put
How
my
about
keys.
that, huh?
How about that, dough?
That's a very important thing to be able to do.
Did I never do that before? I thought I had a little basket.
Did you? I don't know. I don't remember.
I think I used to have, I'm pretty sure I used to have a little basket. I don't know. I don't remember.
But did you use it?
Who knows?
Right.
What's our song? Do we have a song?
I don't think so.
We don't have a mainstream song. We have a couple of songs I made up.
Right.
But we don't have a mainstream song.
Right.
Well, we didn't have a wedding. We didn't dance. We didn't dance. We don't dance.
Right.
We don't dance. So, which TV show do I like that you hate?
Well, you don't watch television, really.
Yeah, I don't either.
So, since I hate just about every television show, I can't think of any. I mean...
Okay, let me rephrase this. What television show of yours do I hate?
Well, you hate that Graveyard Cars show.
I hate Graveyard Cars.
And that's understandable.
I hate it with the passion of 10,000 men.
Right.
That's probably it.
Yeah.
I mean, I tolerate whatever else you watch.
Right.
I mean, what else do you watch? You watch car shows or sports?
That's about it.
I won $1,000. What will I spend it on?
Makeup.
No.
Makeup.
No. What else would I spend it on? What do I do for a living? What's my new job?
Right.
Card making.
Card making stuff, yeah.
Yeah, crafting supplies. I mean, makeup is something that I've been doing to help me feel better about myself, not necessarily...
You asked me the question.
I did, and I don't even know what you would spend $1,000 on. Probably fish. Whenever you're ready to set up the aquarium.
Yeah, that would make a very small dent in the process, but...
Or, I mean, like maybe some new lawn care stuff, but...
Yeah, I mean, I've got
all
the tools I need, yeah.
You would probably sit on it.
Probably.
What celebrity would I love to meet the most?
I don't know.
George Strait.
Oh, George Strait, okay.
What about you?
None.
You don't want to meet like a sports celebrity or something?
No. No. Most celebrities have not done anything worth celebrating, so there you go.
If I was an animal, which one would I be?
I don't know.
Sloth? That would be
I'm a sloth.
I'm so tired and lazy all the time. I'm not lazy. I may get tired because of my illness, but I think I would be a sloth. Or an otter, because I love being in the water. I don't know what you would be. Probably a zebra. Or a raccoon, because you like to be busy, or you always have a list of things you want to get done.
Sure. I don't know.
So for those of you who don't know, Rob and I met in April of 2009, and we married on December 31st of 2009, which means we just celebrated our 9th wedding anniversary. And this list just goes to show that sometimes you don't know everything about the person that you're with. So if you have any questions for us, if you want us to do a Q&A, leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you soon. Bye.